Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Zoom. We're here with the wonderful Kamila and Beata and Dr. Glenna Rice. My name is Natalie. And yeah, first of all, I would like to introduce Glenna a little bit because I've been working for her. I had the honor to translate her and host her for the last like 5 or 6 years, probably. Wow.
Yeah,
And Glenna is a DTP. She's an Access Consciousness certified facilitator, 3-day body class facilitator. And also, she has her own specialty, what's EMT. And also, you facilitate this wonderful class we want to talk about today that's called Business Done Different. And I've taken this class with her, and it literally changed my whole business. It changed my life. It changed everything. Sorry that I'm talking so much, but last week I think I was talking to another facilitator, and I told her that we just moved houses. Glenna knows we move a lot, and she said, "What? Everyone is complaining about money, and you just moved to the most expensive like city, to Munich." And I was like, well, yeah, I was just asking questions, and that's using some of the tools I learned in these classes. So she was like, yeah, but you cannot do that. I mean, you cannot now when everyone is complaining about money and the depression, blah blah. You cannot do that. So what do you think, ladies? What do you want to talk about today? And Glenna, welcome, and thank you for this space.
Oh, thank you, Natalie. And Beata and Camilla have been hosting me for years and years also. So this is just like the best team, the best creator connectors, movers. I love you guys. I'm so grateful. And so how did I get so lucky? Really. And business done different. It changed.
Yeah. What I can say to host you so many times here in Poland, that creating anything with you is easy like breathing. This is wow, magic. So that's, I can say, that creating business with you is so easy.
That's cool to hear.
Yeah.
Right back at you, all three of you. It's ease.
Yeah.
And it is the business done different. I'm going to say the joy of business tools, because there's
Yeah.
this whole program, Joy of Business. It has lots of different classes. This is the big 3-day class. It's one of the requirements for facilitators, certified facilitators. It's one of the prereqs. And the joy of business, like when I was first taking classes, I've been doing this Access stuff for 20 years now. Gary Douglas, the founder of Access, before Dr. Dane here became the co-founder of Access, so going way back, talked about business tools from such a different place. And one was, creating ease with your business, asking questions of your business. But what does that mean? What is asking questions of your business? Hi business, how are you today? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
but it's really asking, what does the business require of me today? Who do I have to speak to? What do I have to say? What does the business, who needs to hear from me? What do I need to create today? What hosts are going to contribute? Business, who would you like to have promoting you around the world? And staying in the question as we're creating classes also. So that ease you're talking about is always there. Like, what would it take for this to be ease? What do I need to know? And not from force. That's the thing, it's not from force. It's not from control. As much as I control, it's to get out of control as much as I can. So if you're controlling things, things can be created with ease. If you're not using force, you can have ease. When you do business from force or from rules, like putting things in the slots, like this is what I do first, and then I do the Facebook post, and then I do the email, and then I call my hosts and have a meeting and tell them what they're doing and not doing and what they should do. None of that creates an ease because it doesn't allow where the business, where the class, where the course would like to go and who it would like to pull in and who it would like to have join. You can't see those things when you're doing force. So 20 years of this work, I be this as much as I can. I choose to be it always. Sometimes I'm not so good. Sometimes I'm fabulous. But following the energy has made my life and my businesses more ease. And then we got joy and glory in there too. Ease, joy, and glory. What would it take to have that in everything we create?
That's so
Yeah.
cool. And last time you talked a lot about also this with the joy of failure, which for me sounded like, no, I cannot do that, I cannot do that. And but it lightened up my world totally, and it made things so much more ease. And yeah, you want to talk a little bit about that, Glenna?
The joy of failure? What did I say?
Yeah, well, it was like, um, are you willing to fuck it up?
Yeah, no, that's part of being out of control. Because if you're choosing to not fail, that's your energy. That's what you're controlling. Is this going to fail? Is this going to fail? Not the question, what is this going to create? And how do I contribute to the creation? And sometimes a failure isn't a failure. I mean, that's a conclusion we make about it. You know, it
Yeah.
can look like a train wreck, and it may be the greatest thing that just changed your business for the future. But you'll never see it when you're choosing not to fail or deciding you did fail. You know, you never want to give up, you never want to quit, you never want to give in. You know, never give up, never quit. What are the three things? Never give up, never give in,
Never give in.
Never quit.
never quit. Right, right. So a failure is this idea that you're quitting or something stopped or something ended. And what is it actually changing? That's where you can, like, you know, when you get that energy, oh my God, it didn't work. No one showed up in my class. I'm such a loser. Nobody likes me. When you get that energy, there's no question in that. Like, what's so right about this I'm not getting is one of our great business questions for your whole life. What is so right about this? No one showed up. What can I change? What did that create? Who did I speak to for the future when I was promoting this class that is going to create something different in the future? Create a different way I'm looking at my business, a different way people are invited to my business. If you're worried about failing, or if you've decided you're fail, you're not in a question. You're in a conclusion that is, I would say, 99.99% not true. You didn't fail. Something didn't work out the way you expected. Your expectation may have been a big part of that hope creation. You don't want to have any expectations. You want to have questions about what your future would like to be like. What would you like to create for your future? Not what you expect to show up in your future. What would you like to create for your future? So Beata and Kamila, you've taken this class. I mean, Camila's, you've done it with me. What did it change for your businesses? I know you guys are amazing businesswomen. All three of you have amazing businesses. I mean, I'm
Well,
impressed.
I would say I would ask you a question because we do business. I work in a corporate world and I do business. And what would you say like about those people who don't consider themselves as a businesswoman, businessman, and it's like, should I take this class like business done different? How would you say that to people who are not in business per se?
Right, and there's such a definition about what business is, and there's so many judgments around it. So, I mean, if you have anything you're doing to create money, if you're creating money at all, which most people are at some level, some people are creating lots of it, you're in business. You are creating in that, you're creating what this class will contribute. And if you're alive, your life is your business. If you're a mother that's, you know, got young kids and you're not out in the business world right now, you're creating every day all the things that these tools will contribute to. It's really a contribution to your life, the reality you're creating, the living you'd like to have, how you're going to be interacting with everything. I mean, we talk about the people that work for us. How do you create people that work with you? Well,
Yeah.
where in your life do you not have people you're creating and working with? Be it your family, be it, the neighbors, the kids, the people at your kids' school, the people you are working with in a, basic job or an incredible CEO in a multi-million dollar, billion-dollar business. These tools apply to all those parts of your life. And it's funny because there is a lot of stigma or weirdness around the word business. I mean, I had it. I did not think I was a business person or a businesswoman for many years until I think it was really pointed out in some access workshops I was taking. I was a physical therapist and I had a practice. Now, I'd been self-employed, sole proprietor for like 15, 20 years, and probably longer than that at that time. I'd been doing my own taxes. In America, you do a Schedule C, which means you're a self-employed business owner. And I've been doing it that way forever. And I didn't think I was a business person. I didn't think was in business. And I'd been doing business really, really well and really successfully for a very long time. And acknowledging it changed so much. Just acknowledging it. I mean, it allowed me to apply these tools differently, look at how I create business different, which is what, business done different. Everybody creates their business. Whatever you're creating, your creations in your life is unique to you. You all create everything different. You create your family different. You create your businesses different. You create your relationships and your friendships different. Acknowledging what you're doing great, what you're doing that's contributing, what's actually creating a future that you're asking for, allows you to have more of it.
Yeah. What I can say, before Access, I was a singer and I was on the contracts. So, and I totally have the point of view that I cannot have my own business. I don't know anything about business, but these tools, and I become a mother, of course, single mother. So, and I started to do Access, and I was, okay, single mother, alone, and I don't have a job. I have my own business. Oh my gosh, what now? And truly, these tools give me the freedom, the lightness to start to create something what I truly don't know any idea how to start. But it was so easy. It was amazing. And my friends ask me, how you do that? You alone with a small child and you have money. You are always fresh. You are always smiling. Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And you had the same, yeah, Glenna? You have 3 kids.
3 kids, single mom. I mean, the dad was around, but he wasn't living with us. He was giving some financial help here and there. And yeah, Access business, physical therapy practice. And it's not how you do it, it's that you do it, that you choose. Choice creates, you choose. Like, no matter what, it was like, I'll add it, no matter what it fucking takes. My life is going to work for me. I'm not going to be that single mom that I've read about, that they talk about in the news. That's not what I'm going to create. That will never work for me. And getting really, really clear on that. And then, what can I create with business? What revenue streams can I create? What revenue streams I've never even considered could I create? And when you make those demands and you make those choices, and they're true for you, they're true for you, like really are vibrating at that frequency of that question you're asking, the universe hears it. Like the consciousness of every molecule around you, that includes all the people, your furniture, the trees outside, the roads you drive on, everything starts to contribute in bizarre, cool, and amazing, miraculous ways. And you get calls from weird people. They're like, oh, I'd like a session from you. There was one time it was like financially a little bit like crunchy, I'll say. And I'm like, who's got money in Marin County? That's where I live in San Francisco area, Bay Area, California. Who's got money in Marin that wants what I do? Right? And I just threw that question out there, kind of forgot about it. Like a week later, some rehab center needs a physical therapist, drug rehab center, this high-end elite drug rehab center that I didn't even know existed, like 2 minutes from where I live, needed a physical therapist. And they said to me when I interviewed that 2 people had recommended me to them. And I still to this day do not know who they are. The people I thought it might be said, no, I don't know about that place. So it happens in ways you're like, did anyone actually recommend me? Did the universe get it in her head? Like, how was that created? And I worked there for quite a few years, and it changed my money situation completely because I was charging quite a bit at the time, more than typical physical therapy. And I told them my rates, and they just go, oh, okay, can you start Friday? So yeah, when you're congruent with your question and your demand, like, I'm not going to be that kind of a single mother. That is not going to work for me. What else is possible here?
Yeah.
Miracles show up. And we got all those things that show up in our head too, the doubt, or it's never going to happen, and every single mom is a mess, and blah, blah, blah. And you just kind of hear those things in your head and you go, nope. What else is possible beyond that? What can I create that's greater than that? And that's part of the business done different world. I mean, it's access consciousness and the questions and the tools we have. But this class, what this does, my favorite like way to talk about this class is you get 3 days of these tools that Gary, Dane, and Simone Milasas, Dane here, Dr. Dane here, Simone Milasas. Simone Milasas is the founder of Joy of Business. They have been speaking to in classes over the years, and then they started this Joy of Business course and took all these tools so you could have them in one place. You don't have to go to 10 years of workshops like I did to get these tools, like hundreds of workshops, getting a bit here and a bit there. They were able to compile all these beautiful, brilliant ways to look at business into one 3-day class. And
Yeah.
it'll be worth it. I mean, financially and the time, like you will get way more out of it.
So, when we have this amazing class and all the tools we require to create easy, different way of business and life.
Well, it's going to be June 23rd, 24th, 25th, correct? Right?
Yes.
And it's a good time for Europe. It goes, tell me the times. I can't remember what we chose. I know it's early for me in
6
America.
p.m. CET.
Starting at 6 p.m.
Yes.
And it'll be about 4.5, 5 hours in there. Will depending on how our breaks and everything go. It'll be fun because it is the joy of business, which includes some fun. Like if you're not having fun with your business, what could you change? So you could.
Mm,
You
yeah.
know, how much is that a decision based on this reality that business is supposed to be hard work, not fun work? That's
Yes.
fun. And and if you are having fun with what you do that brings in revenue, what would that change for your life? Like, look at your life with that. With like, you get up and you're like, oh my God, I'm so lucky I get to do this.
Yeah.
I know you guys all have that with what you create. I've seen it in you many times. All right, lovely ladies, are we kind of, yeah, we don't want to do a really long Zoom.
Yeah.
No, and thank you very much, Glenna. And just to say that this class will be translated into as many languages as many people are going to sign up for this class. So please, for sure, it's going to be translated into Polish and German, I believe, right?
Yep, or Spanish. Natalie does
Or
both.
Spanish. Let's see, and yeah,
You guys have to fight over her.
let's do that.
No, if we got a lot in both languages, we'd find another translator for one, and then
For sure,
we'll
for sure.
choose which one she wants to talk, which language she'd like to have. Okay, cool, guys. I will talk to you soon. I adore you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So
Thank
lovely
you,
to see your
ladies.
faces.
See you soon. Bye.